Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, and welcome back to 4 More Minutes. I am the Soul Stir, Sam Bailey, stirring up your hearts and your minds for God. Happy Monday to you. I hope you had an outstanding weekend. Had a good weekend. It was a long weekend, but hopefully today is a day to regroup for me and get back going again. Just thankful to be alive. I'm thankful for the blessings, the opportunities. I'm thankful for hope. I'm thankful just for the little things in life that we often take for granted, health and strength, and to be in the right frame of mind. I thank all of you who are active participants in sharing these messages. I thank all of you who have subscribed to the Soul Stir and all those who will subscribe to the Soul Stir. I appreciate you as being partners in this attempt to share inspiration, insight, motivation, and encouragement out into the world. This is also the easiest way to share these messages to do so. I want to talk to you today about removing obstacles to growth. And somebody says it could be just removing obstacles, period. But there are three types of obstacles I think that we need to remove that hinder us from growth. The first is ideas. And ideas is just what's in our own mindsets, our own mind, our own way of thinking. Sometimes we can't grow because we are in our own way. We are our own worst enemy. As I stated yesterday in my message, that overthinking is actually overstepping. It's actually stepping into God's business sometimes. In other words, you take care of your part, God will handle his part. But oftentimes we find ourselves into the area of anxiety because we want to control and change and figure out things that aren't even our business to figure out. God is already concerned with the future. He already knows the future. He can handle the future. And so our own ideas, our own perceptions, our thought processes, our mindsets, our history, our expectations, how we feel, our feelings, all of these things are obstacles to growth. Next, other people. Sometimes we give other people and their actions and their behaviors and their habits and the things that they do, we give them too much attention. And there's some people that you have to remove from your circle. You've got to limit your consumption of them and their words, and you can't be affected so much about what they do. You can't control another person's behavior. And I think once we realize that, we will find ourselves less frustrated over the words and the behaviors of others. You can't control their opinions of you. You can't control their perspective. You can't control their worldview. All of these things. And I think people sometimes, and even the opposition that they give you, sometimes that's a hindrance to your own growth just because they're in your way. And we learned that from David yesterday. God was removing Saul as he was positioning David. And I think it's so important. And Saul later wanted to take David out because of David's successes, and that showed and revealed his heart. So you got to remove the obstacles of other people. And lastly, places. Places are the same as spaces. You know, it's where you go, who you surround yourself with. Sometimes the place that you're in, the city that you're in, the job that you're on, the church that you're at, sometimes these places can hinder us from really growing. We're not in a place where we are being fed. We're not in a place where we're surrounded with the right people. We're not in a place where our talents can be used. We're not in a place where we can thrive and flourish. And so that's why do you think a lot of people come to our country? Because they see it as a land of opportunity. So if you can get out of your way, if you can be around the right people at the right place at the right time, you might be able to experience some growth. And we have to be empty. We can't be full of ourselves for God to use us and for us to be able to move to a next level, and our maturation process to be evident not only to ourselves, but it could be evident to all those that are around us. So I pray that we would seek growth, be about growth, have a growth mindset, have a growth perspective, have a growth resiliency plan to be resilient, to bounce back no matter what happens to you. You can have some setbacks, but you're growing. People could be setting you up, but you're still going to grow through that. And it's all about mindset. So step into this week with power, step into this week with purpose, step into this week hopeful, knowing that God is already working out your lightweight. Well, to him, it's all lightweight. So have an outstanding week, a dynamic week. Start expecting it, start speaking it into existence, start living in it, start walking in it, right? And if you don't see it before you see it, you'll never see it. So walk with purpose. God has a plan. God has a plan. God sees your heart. God knows it. He can work it all out for you and for his greater good. Have a great week, and I pray that you enjoy 4 more minutes today, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on 4 More Minutes. Thank you.